here we are again. Ah, yes. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, life lessons taught myself. See how people are. Some people learn from themselves, people self-taught life lessons. You go, well, I did this and that was probably wrong, and now I'm gonna learn from it. Like I was saying, when I was a kid in South Africa, I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. I was bored. It was like at that age where I was at home. My sister was 3 years older than me, so she was already at school. And a lot of times I would be at home doing nothing, and my mom would be doing mom things, so cooking or cleaning, and I had nothing to do. I remember just seeing these birds across the street and go, "Ooh, I have to catch a bird. Let me see if I can get up." Ooh, my little mind was like, "Ooh, maybe if I get a box with a stick and then some food there, and let the bird go under there, and then I can push on a string, I can pull the stick away, and then the box will fall, and I'll have a bird." I like pigeon kind of birds. And so I did that. Set it up, doo-ba-doo-doo. Had the string all the way in, long string, right all the way. And then, yeah, the bird would land, go under the box, and caught a bird. And then I thought to myself, now I have a bird. Wow, what am I going to do with this bird? This poor bird is like stuck in there, probably scared. I started thinking like that. And maybe I should just let it go, because what's the point of keeping this bird? I can't keep a bird, especially a big kind of pigeon-looking bird. So I just kind of let it go, and then I did it again. I could catch it. I'm like, but I just thought, let's see, can I do it again? Can I catch another bird? Yeah, we'll try it. And I did. Caught another bird. It was too easy, and I was like, then I thought to myself, just because I'm smarter than this bird or more cunning than this bird doesn't mean that I should be catching this bird. I should just because. So I thought it's like a life lesson. Just because you're smarter than someone else doesn't mean that you have to do crazy things to them or try to show your smartness or kind of outsmart them or anything like that. You know, thought about that. Just because I'm more powerful than you doesn't mean that I gotta use that power on you or over you. Just because and that kind of stuck with me. And it kind of stuck with me with a lot of things. Like just cause the technologies, it doesn't mean that I have to have it. Just because there are things out there I don't have to have. Just because you know there's a bird, I don't have to have that bird. Let him live. Let him fly. Don't have to have. Just because I can catch a bird doesn't mean I have to catch a bird. There you go. And that should, and that's a true story. No, yeah, it was fun in South Africa when I was a kid. I enjoyed life in South Africa. A lot of people could say, well, it was apartheid, but for me, it was like I lived there for like 9 years, 10 years. In the same house in Claremont, this is a suburb of Cape Town. I was born in that house and was raised in that house. I was on the corner and it was great. I had my best friends live about a block away. A guy named Nikki and a guy named Ashley. My two best friends, and then I had other friends, and then Ashley's sisters, Penny, what's my mom's name too, and Tammy. And then we had some other friends. Adnan, a little kid named Adnan, who we kind of teased because he's like a really young, small little kid. We used to tease Adnan and Tammy because Tammy was younger. That's Ashley's sister and blonde girl. We used to tease her. She's cute. With Adnan, oh, you guys gonna get married? It was fun. Yeah, you tease the young ones. But yeah, we kind of hang out a lot, especially on Friday nights. Kind of hang out, go to the beach, go to the movies, kind of stuff. It was fun. And yeah, but yeah, I think it's weird that a lot of people don't want to talk about South Africa or be like, especially when people move to America from South Africa, they become so Americanized, and it's almost like they don't want to be like reminded of South Africa. Even like white people come. It's like they, I talk to them, like, oh, South Africa, yeah, South Africa, me too. Yeah. They're just kind of like, oh, yeah. They don't even seem excited. Is he talking to another South African or something? I don't know. It's very interesting. But yeah, but yeah, I think because my dad was such a hard worker, we had, we had everything that we needed, you know, you know, and had a house with food in it, and you know, I never went hungry, and had stuff that I needed for school, and family, and friends. So, every weekend we would go stay with some family and friends, especially after my mom died. All of a sudden, my mom's family came out of the woodwork and spent time with them. I don't know these people. I don't know if my mom was a fan of theirs either. So maybe that's why we kept away from them. But now it's my mom died, and then all of a sudden we were staying with family that we didn't know that we had. You spend the whole weekend there. You go on a Friday night, you come back on a Sunday, and it's like, who are these people? Oh. And then I remember, yeah. So we go away for the weekend. I remember like one Friday I was like, Dad, I don't want to go. He's like, well, son, you don't have to go. And I was like, really? I like a long time ago. I just did what I was told. And my dad said, God, you're going to wherever, and then you go, because there's people like they wanted us to come. So my dad was like, well, they want you to come, just go. I'm like, why do we gotta do what people want? He's like, well, you don't have to, son. You can stay. So it was cool. My sister went, and then I remember just hanging out with my dad. My dad's one of those stoic kind of guys who just reading the newspaper, and it's kind of quiet. Yeah, unavailable again. Telemarketer, I just kind of. And so yeah, and so it was, I went to my friend Nikki's and this kind of stuff. It was great because I always got to spend time with my dad. He was always working, you know what I mean? So I was like, wow. Yeah. And he was always doing stuff, you know. It's like he was at work and he came home late, and we already got to see him. And Saturday was the only day I got to spend with him but he would be like reading the newspaper while I'm like laying on the sofa next to him when we were watching sports. And then Sunday was church all day, and then we did all this stuff, and then we always went to church. So it was always something. We always do something, and we would always be doing something. Because if we went there, then he'd take us downtown Cape Town on a Saturday, go shop. It's just fun, you know. If we take the train, it was just more fun because we go past Newlands, and that's where the cricket happened. And the stadium was right by the train station. So you can hear them. You can hear the game. Say the train goes by Newlands, then the train. It's like you face towards, and the doors open. You can hear the crowds cheering. From the cricket, and I was like, "Oh, who's playing today?" And this guy say, "Hey, who's playing? What's the score?" And people would just tell you. They'd be like going to the game or just coming back from the game. And, yeah, cricket match. Yeah, it was fun. People will talk to you. They weren't really afraid of you. It was good times. But for me, but then there was a lot of bad things happening, like apartheid. Especially people getting, yeah. But I was kept away from that because I don't know. My dad kept us safe and away from things. He's a good father. So always a stable figure. He was always there after work. He was always on. You know what I mean? He didn't go out drinking or anything like some dads or do some weird stuff or no. I was there. Well, not there. Well, when he wasn't working, he was at home. So yeah.